Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back to Sharp Sports Media and the New York Football Giants. To start the 2022 season, they are 2-0. They are undefeated right now. They never lost. Undefeated, never lost. They beat the Carolina Panthers in their home opener 19-16 as everything that you want from this Giants team is just coming to unfold. While there are definitely things this team needs to work on, this team is far from perfect. I still think you're going to have trouble making I think it's going to be still tough battle to win this NFC East, and I think that's the only way you're getting into the playoffs. But I do think it's possible now. I think with the schedule you got, the way you're playing, you might not make the playoffs, but I think you're going to be a pest to most teams, and you're seeing a light at the end of the tunnel. You're seeing this is where this team can go. There is progress. You are seeing a path for the future. At bare minimum. That's the minimum. And that's something we haven't seen from the Giants, that bare minimum, in a long, long, long time. And to just see that as the bare, we know that, and now we can build upon that. We haven't even gotten to that. Now we can build. It's just great. Just absolutely great to feel, to see as a Giants fan. We'll start with the offense this game. First half, it wasn't pretty on the offensive side. Special teams and defense comes up absolutely huge. First two plays. First of all, kickoff. First play of the game, fumble. Giants ball inside the 25. And you kick a field goal. 3 and out, I think it was. Or not 3 and out, but three plays field goal. You don't even make any progress. Next possession, they get the ball back, Carolina. And Darnay Holmes goes to tackle Robbie Anderson on the screen and says, "Give me that. That's my ball. What you doing with that?" And that's 2 fumbles now on the first 2 possessions for Carolina. And you know what the Giants do? They end up with another field goal. 6-0. And that really kind of hurt, I think Saquon Barkley had 5 yards at the first half. It was rough. I mean, there was no real pass. You needed to pass the ball, and the Giants really couldn't get the passing game going, really. It was that is the biggest problem for right now. The fact that Richie James led our team in receiving yards with 5 catches, 51 yards, and for the season is leading our team is a problem. No offense to Richie James or David Sills, David Sills played 90% of the snaps to this game. That's a problem. These guys are being cut by multiple teams. These guys should be 4th or 5th wide receivers that you would be seeing stepping up. Oh, Richie James can make a couple plays. That's cool. But they shouldn't be your main guys. They shouldn't be your main targets. When Kadarius Toney got 2 receptions for no yards, Sterling Shepard got 6 receptions, the most receptions, for 34 yards. Kenny Golladay only played 2 plays. I don't know what the hell's going on with Kenny Golladay. But somebody needs to step up. It needs to be either Toney, Shepard. I don't think you're going to see Darius Slayton too much. Maybe it is Golladay. I know he has the talent. One of these receivers got to step up. Because you got to be a threat to pass, at least. You have to be a threat to pass. Because they're just going to stack 8 in the box against Barkley. Barkley had nowhere to go in that first half. Nowhere to go. And I will say, Daniel Jones was kind of, again, he's been a game manager. And he's been good at it. He's been all right. He's been a solid game manager. And in the second half, you saw that. Because 6-6, they tie it up. And then Carolina walks down the field and scores a touchdown. Daniel Jones answers right back. He drives him down the field and gets throws a touchdown pass to Daniel Bellinger, the rookie 4th-round pick tight end. He gets his first career touchdown. Very good to see. I think Daniel Bellinger can be a decent part of this offense. He can be a solid piece. I know you got Tanner Hudson, who's actually not been awful as a tight end. I mean, he hasn't been amazing, but he's shown a couple sparks. He got 2 receptions for 22 yards. I mean, you're not expecting much from your tight ends this year. But Daniel Bellinger, I think the more you play him in this offense, I think the more comfortable he'll get, the longer it goes, the more he understands the offenses, the routes, how to get open in the NFL. So I think the more the season gets along, the more you're going to see Daniel Bellinger incorporated into this offense. And we're not even talking about Wan'Dale Robinson, who's been hurt. But one of these guys at least one of them has to step up to make them not have 7-8 in the box. And in the second half, like I said, he drove down the field. Saquon Barkley started to get going. He ended with 72 yards on the day for rushing the ball. Only had 5 to start. So, that's a great second half from him. He started just putting his head down, like we talked about last week, on what he's improving upon from his rookie year and the previous years, because he knows when he can juke and when he can make moves and try to go for that 50-yard run, and he knows when he needs to put his head down and just bully people and get those extra 2-3 yards. And he was exclusively doing that mostly this game, just putting his head down and trying to get the extra yards. And he was running for 5-6 yards a carry towards the end, just helping us get the first downs once we took the lead, with the 2 field goals in the fourth, really solidifying that. So overall, I thought Barkley had it. You're not going to have the 200 yards every game. You're just not going to have that. Defenses are going to plan for you. This is Saquon Barkley. When you look at the Giants, a team should come into the Giants saying, we are not going to let Saquon Barkley beat us. We're going to let Daniel Jones beat us. So that's going to be tough for Saquon Barkley if Daniel Jones can't show anything. If Daniel Jones he finds a wide receiver that he can hit and be relied upon, and they're like, all right, we got to cover this wide receiver too as well. So you got to pick your poison then. And sometimes they're going to choose the wide receiver because passing games are usually more dangerous than running games. So that would open up some holes for Saquon. But overall, I thought Saquon still had a fine game. Daniel Jones, I thought he had an okay game. Again, decent as a game manager. 176 yards, 22 for 34 with 1 touchdown, sacked 3 times. I thought he had a fine day. I thought, on the final drive, to seal the game, 3rd down, play action, he rolls, and then nobody open, he just stops and runs. That's a big play. That's a play game managers don't do. So he'll show those flashes, and I need him to show more of those flashes and less of there was almost a pick 6 right at the end of the half. Oh, that got me scared for a sec. But those are the types of plays he needs to remove, and if he keeps doing these kind of plays that make him better than average, better than the game manager, or special quarterback, he can prove that he could be our quarterback for the long term. But right now, it doesn't look like it. Although he's playing not bad. Now, going on to the good part. The defense and Don Wink Martindale. Man, oh man, do I love Don Wink Martindale as our defensive coordinator. He was the perfect hire. This guy has as big or bigger balls than Dayball. He's telling people, I'm coming with the blitz. I am effing coming. Deal with it. Find a way to escape the pressure, know where the pressure's coming, and beat it. If we lose, we live and we die by the blitz. And not just blitzing, but different packages of blitzing. Using different guys to blitz. Send in the safety sometimes. Maybe send in a corner. Disguising blitzes very well. Or faking a blitz and dropping back a couple times. I love the way Don Wink Martindale calls our defense. And we don't even have our 2 best pass rushers in Ojulari and Kayvon Thibodeau. We don't have them. And the fact that we don't have them is crazy on how well this defense is doing. I thought, listen, Adoree Jackson I thought he had an okay game. He didn't play amazing, but he played okay. Cordell Flott, I didn't hear his name too much, but he was getting beat a couple times. I wasn't expecting a lot from him. You're missing Aaron Robinson, who wasn't playing because he had his pendants taken out. But I will tell you what, I'm not huge on our cornerback room, but I am starting to love our safeties. Xavier McCaffrey. I told you, what was the number one thing I was worried about coming into this game? Christian McCaffrey, not on the rush, but in the air. Christian McCaffrey in the air. I thought our coverage of running backs scared me very much. Now, it turned to be the other way. Christian McCaffrey had a nice day on the ground. 15 carries, 102 yards, 6.8 yards per carry. But he didn't do anything in the air. That's because Xavier McKinney was on him. They didn't put a linebacker. They put Xavier McKinney. And he played fantastic against him. He played fantastic against McCaffrey in the receiving game, in the passing game. And that is so good to see. That was a definitely big weakness. And know that you could have, you probably, if not your best player, your second best player on defense really step up like that is huge. Leonard Williams got hurt, which really sucks. Really big part of this defense. But ultimately, It's supposed to be day-to-day. He might miss a week, 2 at max, which is a great sign. So hopefully he can get back soon, as he's a huge part of the run stopping and just the defense as a whole. But going back to the safety, Julian Love, I thought, had his best game as a Giant. He had 8 solo tackles and had one of the biggest plays of the game with the third down. Panthers are driving, trying to get back into field goal range to tie the game. Third down, here comes Julian Love for the sack on Baker Mayfield. He doesn't let him get away because Baker was getting away from some sacks that we should have had. We definitely should have had. We got to learn how to finish those sacks. Take the quarterback down. Don't jump. Don't get in front of the quarterback and bring his ass down. Julian Love did that to force the punt, and they never got the ball back again. I'm loving Julian Love. Dane Belton got his first game under his belt, as he had the collarbone issue in preseason. I thought he played decently well. It wasn't spectacular, but he was solid enough as a third safety and really rotating around. I liked him. And O'Shane Ximines is probably one of our most underrated players right now. He has been a huge player for us with our 2 biggest pass rushers out, getting another sack today, really causing a bit of disruption for quarterbacks, whether it be Tannehill or Baker. He's been fantastic. And when you add Thibodeau and Ojulari to this, it's going to make a huge difference. It's going to be huge. So I can't wait, because Wink has been doing this without his probably 2 best pass rushers. And then you're getting your second cornerback back. And while I'm not huge on Aaron Robinson, it's better than Cordell Flott. I'll tell you that. So, a fantastic game. And then I didn't even talk about the O-line. Again, O-line wasn't great on the run. Part of that was, though, they were stacking the box. But they were a lot better in the passing game, I thought. Still had a couple troubles. Evan Neal's been struggling a bit, but we'll hold a little patience, because you know why? Because Andrew Thomas right now has the best PFF grade for all the tackles in the NFL. People calling him kind of a bust after the first year. Wrong. That's why you don't judge first round or draft picks after year 1. You got to wait till year 3, year 4, year 5, once they get comfortable. And even then, they could still break out after that. That's how you know when you got a good player. And Andrew Thomas looks like a stud left tackle who should be there for the next 10 to 15 years. He looks like the rock, the anchor of our line. He's been fantastic. It's huge. Just having a left tackle that's you ain't gonna touch my quarterback. That's huge. It's huge. We haven't had that before in a long time. Not since probably the Super Bowl years of Eli Manning, and the line with Snee and David Dahl, and I don't even know the rest of them. I can't remember. But it's been that long to get those, and I'm excited to see, because Monday Night Football, we got the Cowboys coming to MetLife. Micah Parsons versus Andrew Thomas. I don't think people are nowhere near talking enough about Andrew Thomas. And on Monday Night Football, that is going to be his time to shine, because Micah Parsons is playing fantastic so far to start the year. 2 crappy offensive lines, I will admit, but he's looking like one of the best offensive players in football against the Bengals O-line and against the Bucs O-line. The Bucs O-line is solid, but they just didn't play. Like half the plays, you just saw him just get no pressure, no friction, I guess, to the quarterback. I'm trying to think of the word, but you understand what I'm saying. You got a free pass to the quarterback a couple times, and it's like, what? Micah Parsons, really? That's the guy? You're going to walk into the quarterback and get a sack? So he's been fantastic. So I'm very excited for that matchup, because Andrew Thomas can really show the world, hey, I am one of the best freaking tackles in the country, in the world, in the NFL, when I go up and I shut down Micah Parsons. Shut him down. That's what I want. So a lot of expectations continue to rise with this Giants team. I am super excited for Monday Night Football. We'll probably preview that a little later. We might preview that Monday afternoon. You might get a preview Monday and then a reaction Tuesday. Thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know what you guys think about this Giants game in the comments below on the Twitter. Heads up, my radio show on 99.1 FM WIUX in Indiana is back tomorrow. I think our goals were posted here on the YouTube channel as well. So if you can't listen to it online or in your car, that's another way. If you want to listen to me, if you love listening to my takes and what I got to say, that's going to be the spot to do it. And we'll be talking a lot more, all the different sports, whether it be NFL football, college football, basketball, hockey, baseball. We're going to get it all. And maybe not as much basketball and hockey yet, but we'll get there. Don't worry. I'm biting my nails for those seasons to start too. Don't you worry. But oh my God. I haven't felt this good as a Giants fan in a long time. It's so good. Let me guys know what your thoughts about the game, on the season, on what you think about the Giants so far in the description or on my Twitter. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you on the other side.